G'day and welcome back to ucmadscientist.com. Well, thanks to one of my contacts at Jabra here in Australia, I got the pleasure of having a look at this new thing. It's a very interesting niche product, the Jabra Handset 450. I was given the pleasure of receiving a little unit from Jabra recently that I feel fits into a bit of an interesting category in the Skype headset and Teams device realm. It's the Jabra Headset G450. Now, one of the things that makes it really interesting from traditional headsets and handsets is that it's a handset. It works just like you work a handset. You pick up the handset, talk on it like it's a phone, and you hang it up. It works very simply. It's wireless, decked, has its own little charging pins in here, a nice little status indicator, and some volume controls on the side. And the decked range on it is pretty good, and it seems to be relatively strong. You can give it a fair good whacking and it will plod along just happily. Perfect for those old school people who really do like to slam their handsets.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot. Well, it was my freaking donut.
Just doesn't have the same effect with a headset. So, what's the point of this device? Well, it's a device that's going to be for people that are less intrigued by the idea of using a headset. They don't want to be caught to the desk. They've got hair or something that they don't want to have to mess up or anything. Or people that just like that traditional having a handset. The phone's ringing, your speaker's on mute, the phone rings, you pick it up, you walk around the office. That's it. You don't have to think about anything. It just works. When you're done, you hang up. They don't have to teach anybody how to use buttons or anything because it's a device they already know how to use. Unfortunately, there is no keypad on it, but I mean, that's fine. That's what your soft phone's for. One of the things I would love to see in this, and Jabra, please take note, is a ringer. One of the problems is that if you've got a device, let's say client like Microsoft Teams doesn't always unmute your speakers to play a notification, and so you'll get a flashing LED on the handset that there's a call coming in, but that's it. Skype for Business will unmute everything. I can't really say about Cisco and Jabra, but a ringer on the device itself would be beneficial. I mean, that's something you can always solve with these, so it's not completely bad. The only thing it's a well-made device, it's good, the battery life and range seems fantastic, the sound quality seems to be rather good. I mean, take a listen for yourself.
Oak is strong, but also gives shade. Cats and dogs each hate the other. The pipe began to rust while new.
I have said that phrase so many times, reviewing handsets and headsets for Skype. It's not funny. So, who is this device for? Well, it's going to be more for places like hot desks or computers that are in common areas where you don't really want to have a headset that is more of a personal device. You're going to be having a handset which is more of a shared device. Maybe you've got a computer that's in the warehouse that's for entering products. You want someone to be able to pick up and hang up a handset rather than having to put a headset on and get tangled and stuff like that. Maybe it's for the executive that likes slamming their phone down. Maybe it's for someone who doesn't quite trust headsets yet and is more old school and wants something physical. It's to all of them. The sound quality is great. The build quality is fantastic. It honestly looks like you can give it a real beating. And it's solid, well built. Great. I've just got to say props to Ronaldo from Jabra for letting me borrow this for a lot longer than he originally intended. Thanks, mate. I do appreciate it. Would it replace a headset for me? No. I still like I'm a headset guy. That's the traditional kind of person. Would I use it in a common area? Certainly. Anywhere that there's a common area phone or somewhere that I need to plan for a handset, but I don't know what client I'm going to be using in the future. So if I need a handset that today supports Skype, tomorrow supports Teams, and in the future supports something else, this handset's going to be perfect because to the operating system, it just looks like a headset. So you can use it with whatever client. You could use it with Teams, you could use it with Skype, you could use it with Slack, Cisco, WebEx, Zoom, all those sorts of things. It's going to work. So I'd see it as a win-win. If I had to find some negatives, I'd say the only things are, it doesn't have a keypad. That's to be expected. It's emulating a headset. So it doesn't know how to send digits to the myriad of different clients that are out there. But one thing I'd love to see is a built-in ringer. At the moment, if you've got a call ringing and for some reason your speakers don't unmute, depending on the client that you use, then the only indication you've got there's an incoming call is this LED will flash red. I'd love to see a built-in ringer in the next model of it. It's not a massive issue. You could easily solve it with one of these, but I shouldn't have to. Other than that, it's great. Anyway, I do have to keep this one rather short because I've got a couple of other products coming up that I need to have a look at as well. But thanks again to Jabra for sending this out, and good to see that they're coming up with some interesting and inventive ideas. If you want some more information, comment down below. I'm usually pretty good at keeping in touch with that. Otherwise, if you want to see more of this sort of content, click on subscribe, click the like, let me know that you like these sorts of things. It's very hard to judge what is successful and what's not sometimes. So I want to make content that's relevant for you guys. Are you interested in this? Do you want more technical PowerShell stuff? Let me know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.